let's touch on Allahu Akbar for a minute. Um, Media keeps reporting that it means God is great. The great Daniel Greenfield explained this very well. It doesn't mean God is great. It means Allah is greater. And Daniel has said that if a Muslim is screaming Allahu Akbar and he's entering the cockpit, it's not looking good for people on the plane, right?
Yeah, certainly.
But just tell us a little bit about Allahu Akbar. It's misrepresented the way that the Western left wants us to think, right?
Yeah, God is great is just sort of an unspecific cry of piety of a generalized kind.
Right.
It just renders the phrase meaningless, essentially. Just to say God is great while you're killing someone, it doesn't make any sense. And generally, when it's said in media reports, it's only said there because it's unavoidable, and then it plays no part whatsoever in the authorities' efforts to determine the motive and goal of the attacker. But actually, Allahu Akbar sums up the motives and goals of the attacker. Daniel Greenfield is, of course, entirely correct. It means Allah is greater, and what he is greater than is your God or anything you value.
Mm.
And so Allahu Akbar is a gesture, a declaration of defeat over you. That is, they have defeated you. Allah has defeated your God. Islam is victorious and superior. That's what Allahu Akbar means. That's why we always hear it, or so often hear it, I should say, in the
Mm.
context of attacks on infidels.
Mm.
Muhammad Atta reminded himself in his letter to himself about the 9/11 attacks that was found in his luggage. You may remember on the plane on 9/11, his luggage got flagged as suspicious, but he didn't. So we have his luggage, but he was still able to take the plane into the towers. Now, in his luggage, he had a letter. And in the letter, he says, remember to shout Allahu Akbar when you're starting the jihad operation because it strikes terror in the hearts of the enemies of Allah, which is a Quranic imperative based on chapter 8, verse 60, to strike terror in the enemies of Allah. So, and you hear Allahu Akbar being said by jihadis all over the world. Why is it so often associated with violence against infidels? Because it is this declaration of the victory of Islam over the infidels. And the attack on the infidels that's at hand is the immediate victory that's being gained. And so the declaration is this is a victory for Allah. And this shows that Islam has won and that Islam is superior.